Hello and welcome back to Operation Vimy Ridge. It is the fall-winter of 1917 for the French. We have 31 IPP, 18 for 6th Infantry, 2 for gas, 10 for 2 artillery, and 1 for Denmark. We're going to go for improved factories is blue, and poison gas is gray, and then of course Denmark here is red. We'll roll them all together. A little short on time today, I just want to get out so everybody can keep moving. Okay, it's a 1 for Denmark, it's an 8 gray, and a 7 blue. So we'll see what that does. I think that might actually be good for everything, but we'll see. So, yes, we finished factories, moved gas up, and Denmark goes to stage 3. So far, so good. So we will buy phosgene gas, not chlorine gas then. Okay, then we have 11 artillery and a railgun with chlorine gas, attrition Bavaria. We have 2 artillery attrition attack northern Italy. We have these 2 subs coming out of port, going through the mine, and going over here to M6 to attack that navy. And then 1 infantry and 4 colonials from Anna Tompkin are going to try to get into Siam. So let's start with the naval battle. We gotta get past the mine, so we have 2 at 2, a 7 and a 6. We get past the mine. Then we have 2 at 3, first strikes, an 11 and a 2. So we're going to get a hit. And then I did forget to ask Dan if the Austro-Hungarian sub was participating or not. So I'm going to assume he is, and if not, we can fix it. So he's going to have 1 at 3 and 1 at 7. Black is 7. Okay, and they both miss. So once again, we'll take his sub off. If his sub was staying, then the pre-dread misses. Or the pre-dread will be off, but here we go. Because it's winter, I do have 2 rounds with naval, so here we go. We have 2 at 3 for round 2. And that is an 11 and a 3, so we do get a second hit. And he's got 1 at 7 in return. And that's a 1, so that gets a hit. Okay, so he loses his pre-dread. I lose a sub. And if the Austro-Hungarian sub was not participating, I will get my sub back, and he will lose his pre-dread and his transport. Because of the new rules, the transport will survive because it did not get the extra hit it needed. But we will figure that out. Okay, so over in Cochin, China, we'll have 1 at 2 and 4 at 1. This is only for 1 round. And his militia is at 2, but we'll roll him as yellow. So we get all done on 1 turn here. Okay, here we go. No first strikes. Okay, so colonial troop gets a hit, and his militia gets a hit. No, it doesn't. Sorry. It's a 3. Yellow is 3 for me, but it's not correct. So, okay, so I get the hit in Siam. So Siam is French with 1 infantry and 4 colonials. I'll have to get a pie for that then. I don't think I have any pies hanging out here. Let me check real quickly. Nope. There's a... Nope, that's a Russian pie. Nope. Okay, we'll grab a French pie down here. Okay, attrition attacks then. We have the 2 in northern Italy. So 2 at 1. 11 doesn't count twice, so it'd be nice. And then we have the 11 artillery at 2 and the railgun at 4 up in Bavaria. Oops, I dropped the red die. Okay, here we go. Okay, the railgun gets a hit. 1 artillery gets a hit, but it didn't need the gas. And so the gas was meaningless, but I get 2 hits. So General, you will lose 2 dudes in Bavaria. I'm assuming 2 trench fighters, but I'll let you make that decision. Okay. So this gas was spent. This attrition attack is done. Okay, time for non-combat movement. So the pre-dread in A10 or A11 for the French is going to go 1 to A23 and go in port into London. The sub and the cruiser have a movement of 3, so they're going to go 1, 2, 3 to A21 and hang out over there. The no movement inside mainland France. The transport is going to stay in port in southern France. And I believe that's it for non-combat. There wasn't a lot to do because my ships are sort of stuck there. The seaplane is going to stay on map in there. Okay. We are going to put the 2 artillery, bring it up to 4, and 3 of the infantry into southern France. Because now I got stuff to worry about from northern Italy on top of everything else. The phosgene gas is going into Lorraine along with 1 more infantry, which we can chip him up later, but we'll put 1 more infantry there. We're going to place 1 infantry in, actually we'll put 2 in Paris. Because he went, no. We'll put 1 in Picardy. We'll put 1 in Normandy. And we're going to, yeah. Because this guy's out of port now, so he could go 1, 2, 3. It'd be dicey, but he could do it if he really wanted to. He only had 2 guys. Yeah. And there's mines everywhere, so I doubt they're going to do that, but just in case they get squirrely on me. So, yeah, that's it. That's all we have to place. Really short turn. Glad I didn't have that's why I didn't have a lot of time today, but I want to get it done so you guys can keep moving. So we got 24 IPP. 1 for Denmark is 25. And then wartime income. Well, it's a 6 so far. Another 6 would be really nice, but okay, 9. I'll take it. 9. So that's 25 and 9 is 34. About time French had some money, but if the British or the Germans get hurricane bombardment, it's going to make it really tough for me. But okay, so 34 to spend next turn. Let's do a quick disposition. Picardy and Normandy each have an infantry. There's a pre-dread in port in London. There is a cruiser and a sub in A21. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 25, 26. There are 27 French infantry. 11 artillery. 1 railgun. Phosgene gas. Effective commander, fighter. And then 3 U.S., 2 cavalry, and a U.S. commander. That's also effective. In southern France, we added 3 infantry and 2 artillery. So there are now 4 artillery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It looks like 11 infantry, 3 trench fighters, a fighter, a commander, and a transport in port. There is a sub in M6 and a German transport left in M6. The rest of the Navy was destroyed. Morocco, no change. No change in Africa. We have a seaplane still on map in M4. And then over in Siam, I have 4 colonial and an infantry in Siam. And then one in colonial in Ann Tompkin and Cochin, Denmark is on stage 3. We got phosgene gas and completed improved factories. If you guys have any questions, please ask, and we will pass it off to the aldermen for their turn. We will see you all next year. Have a good one.